What's up, guys? Today we got this NBA Hoops basketball cards box, and it has, it's supposed to have how many? 36 packs, but this one has 44 because we bought it. So hopefully we get some Jordans. And what's his name? Cotton Fitzsimmons. Normally under this card there's a Jordan. So hopefully there's a Jordan in there. Nah, we gotta open that first. If there's not one in here, then they scammed us. Womp womp. Dan Marley, Charles Davis, Bill Wennington, Winston Garland, Wayne Rollins, Vinny Del Negro. Wait, these are different guys than last packs, right?
No.
Dennis Johnson, Mike Woodson, Clyde Drexler,
That's a good one.
Honey Grandison, Alvin Robertson, Lester Connor, Olden Polynice. Womp womp. I'm glad that we didn't save it. Right?
Yeah.
Gary Grant, Alex English, Jay Humphreys, Hersey Hawkins, Scott Hastings, Kevin Johnson, Horace Grant, Sam Perkins, Rod Higgins, Mark Aguirre, Benoit Benjamin, Michael Adams, Randy Brewer, Kristen Welp, Pat Cummings. This video might be really long. Drum Kersey, James Donaldson, Chris Mullen, Lenny Wilkins, Rodney McRae, Reggie Lewis, Purvis Short, Jerome Kersey, John Shasky, Johnny Dawkins, Dennis Hobson, Bernie Bickerstaff, Dwayne Washington, Kurt Rambis, Charles Oakley. We'll just put it over there so then my dad can start cutting them open. So it'll be quicker. Because opening packs is the slowest part. Don Casey, Walter Davis, Ricky Green, Gerald Henderson, Sylvester Gray, Dan Majerle. Is that?
Dan
Marley. Gerald. Charles Davis, Bill Wennington, Winston Garland, Wayne Rollins, Vinny Del Negro, Dennis Johnson, Mike Woodson, Steve Stepanovich, Dominique Wilkins. Nah, it's alright.
It's a Hall of Famer, man.
I'm a Hall of Famer. In the you can't say name people. Even with the cutting, you can't just slide them out. Ken Norman, Sidney Lau, Kiki Vandeweghe, Mark Price, Byron Scott, Randy Whitman, Steve Coulter, James Worthy, Jim Farmer, Detlef Schrempf, Cliff Livingston, Rick Mahorn, Reggie Williams, Blair Rasmussen, Ricky Pierce. Yeah, you can't even slide them, but it's still easier to open now. Dave Hoppen, Del Harris, Patrick Ewing, Morlon Willie, Harold Presley, Irvin Johnson, Mark Eaton, Raph Sampson, Lafayette, Lever, Tyrone Corbin, expansion draft choice. What the? Michael Cage, Jim Lynam,
Lyman.
Rory Sparrow, Tom Chambers, John Paxson.
You didn't magic it off either.
Yeah, we're gonna only put Michael Jordan. Dale Ellis, it's because then it's gonna just take up too much room, like last time. And this is half the Dale Ellis, Richard Anderson, Sidney Lau, Kiki Vandeweghe, Mark Price, Byron Scott, Randy Whitman, Steve Coulter, Larry Nance, Michael Thompson, Irvin Johnson,
Thompson's.
Dad, Mark Eaton, James Worthy, Chuck Daly, Greg Anderson. John Konkak, Dennis Rodman. Oh, that's the first of what we got, Dennis Rodman. Joe Wolf, Dan Shays, Paul Pressey, Scott Brooks, Billy Thompson, Armin Gilliam, Scottie Pippen, Derek Harper, Otis Smith, Mark Price, Mark West, Bill Cartwright, Uwe Blab. That's the first time we got. What is
Did
it?
you just call him Uwe Blob?
Blab. Is that right?
I have no idea who that is.
It was Uwe Blab. It's because Uwu is U-W-U, and that was U-W-E, so Uwe. Dennis Rodman, Chuck Daly, Frank
Daly.
Johnson, whatever. Joe Wolf, Jose Ortiz. See, these are some new people.
Greg Kite. I wonder if there's some series
Greg
2
Kite,
packs
Kenny
in
Walker,
there.
it has to be. Larry Nance, Jeff Turner. See, we never got these people. And it says 19 expansion teams, so it's probably the second packs too. Michael
Series 2.
Thompson, yeah. Dale Ellis, Bob Hansen, Mark Price, Dan Shays, Steve Johnson. Dang, there's a lot of packs. We're already at 7 minutes.
You still got a lot to go. You better start picking up the pace.
Larry Smith, Buck Williams, Dale Ellis, Richard Anderson, Sidney Lau, Kiki Vandeweghe, Mark Price, Byron Scott, Randy Whitman, Steve Coulter, James Worthy, Jim Farmer, Stuart Gray, Michael Fratello, Joe Dummers. Yeah, he's dumb.
Dumars.
Whatever. He's dumber. Name Nate McMillan. Randolph Keys, Kevin Edwards, Tim Perry, Vinny Del Negro, Jay Vincent, Stu Jackson, Joe Barry Carroll, Larry Bird.
That means David Robinson probably is in here.
That's the first. Did we even get a Larry Bird last time?
Yeah.
Otis Thorne, Mark Bryant, Stuart Gray, Chuck Person, John Konkak, Larry Krista Kiyowikiak.
Christoviak.
Whatever.
He was the Utes head coach.
And he sucked? Was he a good coach? Danny Ainge, Sam
Ainge. He played for
Ainge.
BYU.
Sam Bowie, Kelvin Upshaw, Jay Vincent, John Bagley, or is it Bagley? Bagley, Derek McKee, Rolando Blackman, Tyrone Bogues. That's that 5'2" guy.
Yeah.
Or was he 5'5"? 5'3".
5'3". He's tiny.
They were showing his highlights the other day on TikTok. Brad Daughtry, Sam Vincent, John Williams, Chris Mullen. Is that who you said was going to be in the pack? Mark Akers, Robert Parrish, and Buck Johnson. Mike what is that? Jaminski. Maurice Cheeks, John Sunvold, Tyrone Corbin, Will Purdue, Roy Tarpley, Larry Smith, Larry Nance, Kenny Smith, Jim Paxson, Tim McCormick, Carl Malone, Michael Williams, Willie Anderson, Buck Williams. Steve Johnson, Isaiah Thomas, Frank Brikowski, Chris Morris, Michael Cage, John Stockton, Dave Hoppin, Trent Tucker, Patrick Ewing, David Rivers, Del Harris, Letell Eccles, Clyde Drexler, Alan Level, Jerry Sichting.
Sting? I don't know that guy. Yeah, there definitely was some series 2 in there.
Because there's some different people. Richard Anderson, Kelly Tripucka. Because we never got him, right?
Yeah.
John Battle, Kevin McHale. Yeah, we never got him. Dave Corzin, Michael Cooper, Mark Eaton, Carl Malone, Winston Garland, Walter Davis, Todd Murphy, Olden Polynice, Gerald Henderson, Sylvester Gray, Dan Marley. I was trying to think of what you said earlier and could not think. Because that's not how you spell Marley, bro. That's how you spell like Quandel. Scott Skiles, Otis Smith, Mark Price, Wayman Tisdale, Ed Pickney, Alan Level, or is it Lavelle, Jerry Cameron, Chuck Daly, Greg Anderson, Willis Reed, Alton Lister, Jose Ortiz, Greg Kite, Kenny Walker, Larry Nance. Dang, bruh. Depressing opening so far. Lenny Wilkins, Randy Whitman, Steve Coulter, James Worthy, Jim Farmer, Stuart Gray, Michael Fratello, Joe Dumars, Tom Garrick, Walter Davis, Ricky Green, Gerald Henderson, Sylvester Gray, Dan Marley. Dang. I can smell Michael Jordan in this one. Paul Pressey, Scott Brooks, Billy Thomas, Armin Gilliam, Scottie Pippen, David Robinson, Derek Harper, Wayman Tisdale, Ed Pickney, Alan Level, Mark O'Leary, Bill Jones, Rick Smith, Spud Webb, and Derek Smith. And it still had the guy that's equal to Michael, right?
Yeah.
Price. Because how much is it? Each of their cards 6?
No, Robinson was 10.
And that's the same as Jordan, right?
And Jordan was 15.
Sylvester Gray, Dan Marley, Charles Davis, Larry Smith, Bill Wennington, Lester Connor, Dennis Johnson, Mike Woodson, Clyde Drexler, Brad Sellers, Detlef Schrempf, Cliff Levington, Ricky Green, Hickey Vandeweghe, Bernard King. Reggie Theus, Vinnie Johnson, Danny Manning, Bill Hanslick, Larry Kristowiak, Shelton Jones, Grant Long, Eddie Johnson, Craig Hodges, James Donaldson, Chris Mullen, Lenny Wilkins, Rodney McRae, Johnny Newman, Keith Lee. John Staley. John Sally, is he good?
Yeah, he's
Chris
decent.
Morris, Michael Cage, John Stockton, Derek McKee, Rolando Blackman, Tyrone Bogues. Right? Bogues. Brad Daughtry, Irvin
Nice.
Johnson,
Nice.
Sam Vincent, John Williams, Chris Mullen, Jerry Sloan, Reggie Miller, Antoine Carr, John Sally. On Saturday,
That was a good pack.
On Saturday, me and my friends are going to the mall, and we're gonna go get some cards, hopefully.
Go to the show.
Hopefully it's mostly Pokemon, and I could get some older packs. Manute Bull. Is that Bulbul's dad, you said?
Yeah.
Randolph Keys, Brad Daughtry, Jim Peterson,
It's Doherty.
Kevin. What?
Brad Doherty.
What the heck? Daughtry, Kevin McHale, Eric Floyd, Richard Anderson, Sidney Lau. He's also short, right?
I don't know. He was a coach. I don't know much about him as a player.
Oh, he's 6 foot. Kiki Vandeweghe, Mark Price, Byron Scott, Randy Whitman, Steve Coulter, James Worthy, Jim Farmer.
A lot of worthies.
Dwayne Washington, Roy Hinson, Sadell Threat, Del Curry,
Steph's dad.
Robert Reed, Johnny Newman, Moses Malone, AC Green, Ron Anderson, Bernard King, Isaiah Thomas, Detlef Schrempf, Cliff Livingston, Rick Mahorn, Reggie Williams. Is that probably Series 2?
No, that was mostly. Yeah, it's all Series 1.
How can you tell if it's Series
300 and lower numbers are Series 1, and anything over 300 was Series 2.
Stu Jackson, Orlando Woolridge, Michael Holton, Mark Jackson, Mark McNamara, Jack Sigma, Wes Unseld, Tom Chambers, Thurl Bailey. See this? We never pulled Thurl Bailey, right?
No.
Vernon Fleming, Reggie Thiss, Vinnie Johnson, Joe Clean, John Stockton, Mark Eaton. I don't even think we pulled a regular John Stockton, right?
I don't know.
We only pulled his All-Star.
This is still Series 1, but this guy's we didn't see any other.
This is still Series 1. Walter Davis, Derek McKee, Rolando Blackman, Tyrone Bogues, Patrick Ewing, Brad Doherty, Irvin Johnson, Sam Vincent, John Williams, Chris Mullen, Jerry Sloan, Reggie Miller. Is that the one that we need? Antoine Carr, John Sally, Don Casey.
Good pack.
Do they even have a card where Michael's on the Wizards, right? He's on the Wizards.
But not till much later.
Do they have cards on of him? Winston Garland, Wayne Rollins, Vinny Del Negro, Dennis Johnson, Mike Woodson, Clyde Drexler, Terry Porter, Don Nelson, Larry Brown, Keith Lee, Stu Jackson, Orlando Woolridge, Michael Holton, Michael Cage, Gerald Henderson. Walter Davis. Mitch Richmond, Earl Curtin, Kelly Tripucka, Mark Jackson, Kevin McHale, Michael Cooper, John Battle, Jeff Malone, Mark Eaton, Carl Malone, Stuart Gray, Michael Fratello, Joe Dumars, whatever, Tom Garrick, Walter Davis. Where's the Michael Jordan?
I know. He's avoiding us.
Dang, I don't think we got that guy. Oh, never mind. It's Byron Scott. We got a ton of them. Dennis Johnson, Larry Nance, Kenny Smith, Jim Paxson, Tim McCormick, Carl Malone, Michael Williams, Willie Anderson, Buck Williams, Dale Ellis, Richard Anderson, Sidney Lau, Kiki Vandeweghe, Mark Price, Byron Scott. Oh, these packs were stuck together, so that means there's a Michael Jordan, right?
I hope.
There's a bull guy on the back, so that means there's more bull guys. Fred Roberts, Ron Rothstein, Jeff Hornacek, Hornacek, Brad Sellers, Adrian Dantley, Terry Teagle, Mike Sanders, Colton Fritz, Fitzsimmons, Reggie Williams, Blair Rasmussen, Ricky Pierce, Maurice Cheeks, John Sunvold, Tyrone Corbin, Will Purdue. That means it has to be in this pack because it was stacked together. AC Green. Oh, Michael Jordan.
Nice.
I said
Yeah,
it's because they were stuck
called it.
together. Tony Campbell, Phil Jackson, Darrell Walker, Alex English, John Stockton, Chuck Person, John Konkak,
Yep.
Dennis Rodman, Joe Wolf, Dan Shays, Paul Pressey, Scott Brooks, Billy Thomas.
Finally got the Jordan. Nice.
Now we just need more Jordans. We need at least 3. Isaiah Thomas, Earl Curtin, Kelly Tripuga, Mark Jackson, Kevin McHale, Michael Cooper, John Battle, Jeff Malone, Carl Malone, Stuart Gray, Michael Fratello, Joe Dumers, Tom Garrick, Walter Davis, Ricky Green. Ah! Sorry, just started crashing out. Alright. Orlando Woolridge, I said that. Detlef Schrempf, Cliff Livingston, Rick Mahorn, Reggie Williams, Blair Rasmussen, Ricky Pierce, Maurice Cheeks, John Sunvold, Tyrone Corbin, Will Purdue, Roy Tarpley, Larry Smith, Larry Nance, Kenny Smith. Hughes.
Come on, Jordan.
Otis Smith, Mark Price, Wayman Tisdale, Ed Pickney, Alan Level, Jerry Sitching, Chuck Daly, Greg Anderson, Willis Reed, Alton Lister, Jose Ortiz, Greg Kite, Manute Bowl, Kenny Walker, Larry Nance. You're falling behind. I'm going quick again. Oh, there's a Mark McNamara. Kurt Rambis,
He used to play for
Brad
the Lakers.
Doherty, Jim Peterson, Kevin McHale, Eric Floyd, Terry Porter, Don Nelson, Larry Brown, Keith Lee, Stu Jackson, Orlando Woolridge, Michael Holton, Rod Strickland, Mark Jackson, Mark McNamara. Brother, why is
With
it?
your last name, you'd think that you'd be better at saying other people's last names.
No, ours is easy. Michael Adams on the back, so does that mean Michael Jordan's in the front? Eric Floyd, Clyde Drexler, Tim Kempton, Jared Wilkins, Terry Cummings, James Worthy, Brad Davis, Mark Larry, Akeem Olajuwon.
Olajuwon.
I know. Before he changed his name. Why did he have to change it? It makes me confused.
He became a Muslim.
Dale Griffith, Steve Stipanovich, Dominique Wilkins, Mark Aguirre, Benoit Benjamin, Michael Adams. It smells like paint in the house right now. It's annoying. Dave Hoppin, Trent Tucker, David Rivers, Del Harris, Liddell Eccles, Mark Eaton, Dick Versace. Is that Versace?
Yeah.
Kevin Willis, Gerald Henderson, Sylvester Gray, Dan Marley, Charles Davis, Herb Williams, John Stockton, Chuck Person. Hey, this pack's gonna have Michael Jordan. Actually, no, it'll have probably some stupid random all-stars that no one cares about. Steve Johnson, Antoine Carr, John Sally, Don Casey, Doug Moe, Fred Roberts, Charles Barkley,
Oh, nice. We haven't gone him.
Ron Rothstein, Jeff
Hornacek.
Hornacek, Brad Sellers, Adrian Dantley, Terry Teagle. It's the paint, bro. It's killing my
No,
brain
you just
cells.
don't
Mike
remember
Sanders,
names
Jerry
with the crap.
Reynolds, Brian Shaw. No, it's the paint, bro. The paint's killing me. Dominique Wilkins in the back. Oh, here comes Isaiah Thomas. Kevin Duckworth. Have we got a Kevin Duckworth?
No.
Charles Shackelford, Xavier McDaniel, Clyde Drexler, Tim Kempton, Gerald Wilkins, Terry Cummings, James Worthy, Brad Davis, Mark O'Leary, Akeem Olajuwon, Olajuwon, Daryl Griffin, Steve Stepanovic, Dominique Wilkins. I don't think that's how you say it either, buddy. I think we have 5 packs with this one included. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 6 packs left, guys.
Only one Jordan.
Last time we got 2 Jordans.
And it was out of just like 10 packs. Or
No,
something.
20 packs.
Oh,
Eric
okay.
Floyd, yeah. Sidney Lau, Kiki Vandaway, Mark Price, Byron Scott, Randy Whitman, Steve Coulter, James Worthy, Jim Farmer, Detlef Schrempf, Cliff Livingston, Rick Mahorn, Reggie Williams, Blair Rasmussen, Ricky Pierce. Okay, down to 5 packs, and we only have 1 Jordan. It's because people... Oh, Thurl Bailey in the back, so that means Michael Jordan in the front. Roy Tarpley, Larry Smith, Larry Nance, Kenny Smith, Jim Paxton, Tim McCormick, Carl Malone, Charles Barkley again, Michael Holton, Mark Jackson, Mark McNamara, Jack Sikma, Wes Unseld, Tom Chambers, and Thurl Bailey. Am I the worst at reading
You're
names?
pretty bad.
I'm not like that Giannis Ampunkatunko lady.
See? Yeah, pretty
LaSalle Thomas, Glenn Rivers, Bill Lambier, Ken Norman, Jerome Lane, Paul McKeskey. Is that right? McKeskey?
bad.
McKeskey?
Yeah, McKeskey.
Mike Jaminski,
Kaminsky.
Ronnie Sikali, Cycli, Cotton Fitzsimmons, John McLeod, McLeod, Robert Bear, Sylvester Gray, Dan Marley, Charles, Bill Wenningston. Oh, wrong pack. It was definitely John Wenningston's. I don't even know anymore. You're just confusing me. Olden days, brother. Olden Polonese. That means Earl Curtin, Wes Unseld, Tom Chambers, Thurl Bailey, Vern Fleming, Reggie Thies, Vinnie Johnson, Danny Manning, Bill Hanslick, Larry. Yep, I'm done with saying his name. Shelton Jones, Grant Long, Eddie Johnson, Trent Tucker, Olden. Okay, we're down to the last packs, guys. Second to last pack, and if there's no Michael Jordan in this, we're suing the people we got this from. John McLeod, Moses Malone, John Long, Charles Smith, Cliff Livingston, Rick Mahorn, Wayne Cooper, Rick Smith, Stuart Gray, Michael Fratello, John Skiles, Moses Malone, LaSalle Thomas, Rick Smith, Spud Webb. Okay, last pack. If there's not a Michael Jordan, I'll buzz my head.
Those people pack searching these probably.
Wayne Cooper, Terry Cummings, Derek Smith, Kevin Edwards, Tim Perry, Dave Corzine, Morlon Willie, Sam Bowie, Jerry Sloan, Reggie Miller, Antoine Card, John Staley, Don, whatever. No freaking good cards. We got a couple Charles Barkley's. And
they definitely were pack searched
Yeah.
before we got them.
That's pretty bad. They probably were like, okay, so this is 44 packs. We'll give them 1 Michael Jordan. That's pretty bad. That's the thing about old packs is they're so easy to pack search.
Not all of them, but these ones were because you could see the name through the front and back.
Yeah. And most packs have the same people in them, right?
Yeah. So, still a fun rip though.
Yeah, it was fun, but pretty bad. The last pack was definitely way funner to open because we actually got more betters. Let's put it that way. But we'll take a Michael Jordan still, and we still got a couple Magics. And we got the Larry Bird, a couple of Charles Barkley's, Malone, Stocktons. Just the normal, and I'll see you guys on the next one.